Our particular faith journey and where it's leading us is powerful. It's very, very powerful. It's one of those things that if we are ready to be able to do that, if we're ready to be able to share with others the reason why we are so joyful with our love of Christ, it can help lead others to Christ. I'd like to introduce you to Deacon Frank Campisi. Deacon Frank is a deacon in the Diocese of Camden. He's assigned to St. Peter and Paul Parish in Turnersville. And like all of us, Deacon Frank has his own unique faith story. So I've asked him to share it with us. Hopefully it will inspire others to just learn to speak their faith story. And who knows, maybe it'll inspire some to become deacons as well. Here's Deacon Frank.
So I'm honored to be talking with you today based on Deacon Anthony's request about my faith story. My faith story is probably not one that you'd expect. Didn't become a deacon based on my desire from an early age to serve the church. I did not go to Catholic elementary school, didn't go to Catholic high school, did go to Catholic college. In fact, couldn't go to Catholic elementary school because I was born too late in the year. Went to public school because my father said that you're not staying home another year. So I went to elementary school in the public school system, went to public high school, but went to a Catholic college. And through Catholic college, I started to entertain the idea of going to Mass a little bit more. And then upon meeting a Catholic girl, and in order to see her on Sundays, we decided we needed to be going to Mass first before we would go out on the weekends. So she brought me to Mass more, and it was through meeting her that I started to reconnect with the Catholic faith. My Catholic formation was simple. I made my first Holy Communion in second grade in May, had a blue suit, and in those days in Philadelphia, when the bishop came around, all those that were eligible, those who had made their first Holy Communion, lined up. They threw a red robe on you, and they said, get in line to be confirmed. So in November of the same year, they threw a red robe on me, and I was confirmed. Wore the same blue suit. Parents got a two for one. Didn't have to even buy me a new suit. So at the age of, 12, 11, 10, I had made my first Holy Communion and my confirmation in the same year, and I was done. Never took another formation class until the year 2010 when I decided to go back and start this process. And when I told my parents that I was applying to be a deacon, my father's response, I'll never forget it, was at Peter's Diner here in Williamstown, was, really, you, a deacon? So yeah, it was not a straight trajectory, and it may not be for any of you who are sitting there thinking the same thing. Our path to faith is not always straight. It's a twisting, turning thing, and my holy card, as I was ordained, is a picture of a twisting road, but with the quote from Jeremiah that says, I have plans for you. And he does. He has plans for all of us. They're not straight plans. It's a path that twists and turns, but he's always waiting for there at the end for us when we decide to come around that bend. So my message to those of you who feel the Lord is walking around with me, waiting for me to turn and say, it's time. Whether you decide to be a deacon or not, whether you decide to be a married person, whether you're single and you just feel like, I want to connect with him more, he's waiting. And that's the message of our faith journey. He's always there waiting. My most joyous time in the church is being able to teach the faith to children, but even more to adults. And luckily, my new role here at St. Peter's and Paul, thankfully to Father Steve, our pastor, is to be able to teach the faith to adults who are getting married and need the sacraments of initiation, or those people who just simply want to be fully enrolled in the Catholic faith. And it is the greatest joy to be able to teach the faith at an adult level. So, I love doing what I do, being able to pass on the faith to people who want to know what this faith is all about. And that's my story. I'm sticking to it. I'm so honored as an unworthy servant to be here serving with Deacon Anthony, Father Steve, Father Tommy, and the rest of our staff. I love being here, and I would do anything I can to serve the Lord in any capacity He needs me to be.